Hi, today I'm going to be presenting to you an antivirus solution that I've developed in Azure. Now, this is a pretty common requirement. Many customers want the ability to be able to upload files, allow customers to upload files on the website. And when the file's uploaded, they want to be able to scan it so that they know it's clean before their internal users start accessing that file. So you can access this solution on my GitHub page, but let me just walk you through what the architecture here looks like. So I've got a pretty simple Node app which allows you to upload the a file to a container. And the container is called quarantine. So initially, whenever the file is uploaded by the customer, it goes into this quarantine container. There's a logic app which is invoked when when a blob is added to that container. The logic app then calls a service, which is basically a wrapper around ClamAV, which is an open source antivirus solution. So a request is made to my Go web app, which wraps ClamAV, and then once the web app is okay with the request, it'll either move it to the clean container, which has clean files, or move it to the virus container. So essentially, the root or the main part of the solution is this web app here. It's essentially a service running on app service, and it's a Docker Compose file which consists of a Go web app and ClamAV. So let's quickly take a look at the solution in action. So I'm going to quickly go up to a page. So right now you see there's nothing in quarantine, nothing in clean, and nothing in virus. So I'm going to go ahead and upload a file. So I've got this file called one.txt, which is a clean file. So I'm going to go ahead and submit it. And then in a few seconds, what you'll see is that it should come into the clean bucket here. And there you see it's come into the clean bucket. So now I'm going to upload another file which has a virus. So I'm going to upload this one here. And basically this file is an icar test file, has a test virus signature here. So I'm going to go ahead and upload that. And again, you can see it's got into quarantine, and a certain in 20 seconds or so, we should be able to see that it goes into the virus detected container. There you go. So let me just quickly walk you through the actual code for this itself. So I'm going to go into Visual Studio Code. So this is the very first bit here. This is the Node application which actually uploads the file. And again, it's quite a simple application. So when you hit the upload endpoint, essentially takes that file which you've created and uploads it via blob service. So it's basically an express app which uploads that file to the quarantine container. And then all the Node app is really doing is it's polling and checking the status of each of the containers and listing the blobs in each of the containers. So it's looking at the blob in the quarantine, clean, and virus containers. Now, the second and most important part of this is the actual service itself. So this service has two parts. This is the Go web service. It has two parts, which is the main service itself and the ClamAV container, which I'm talking to over TCP. So the main service itself, so this is written as a Docker Compose file, as you can see, and essentially the Golang service talks to ClamAV over TCP. So just quickly looking at that code as well. So essentially what's happening here is whenever a request is made to the scan endpoint, I'm going ahead and picking the files out of that scan endpoint. And what I'm essentially doing is, first of all, logging in to Azure, downloading that file from the quarantine container, placing it in the downloads folder. Once the file is actually downloaded, I'm actually going and streaming that file over to Clam and using the TCP port because, again, it's running in a Docker container and I'm able to access that. Once that is done, I'm actually going and checking the scan result. And depending on the scan result, whether it is OK or virus found, I'm actually sending it either to the clean container or to the virus container. And then finally, once that is all complete, I write a JSON response back, letting the user know about the status. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching.